Hello everyone, Minkey here with the next part of Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3 Heart Run. Today, it's time for the Water Temple. Now, I know obviously the Fire Temple is supposed to be next, but I figured I'd take on the Water Temple first this time round, because I did complete Lord Jabu Jabu, the third dungeon, before the second dungeon, so I figured I might as well do the same here. So it's just a matter, so, you know, and plus I do have the proper equipment for it, so I can do it, if you will. I can, because you do actually need the bow and arrow for this dungeon, in order to get through it. You don't need to, you don't need the Megaton hammer, but you do need the bow and arrow. Specifically, you need it after the Longshot, so you can still go get the Longshot before then. Before needing the fairy bow. So if you want to go get the Longshot beforehand, then you can come here for it. But for now, we're not here for the fairy bow. We're here for the dungeon itself. Or the Longshot, I should say. Alright, now I went down the wrong path. I'm sure this was the right one, but oh, I must have missed the torches. There it is. I do know this dungeon well enough. It's just been a long time, and I was sure I saw the torches. Alright. Don't even know if you can get the torch. Don't even know when she starts talking to you. Now, I want to make sure I actually do this, because this is kind of funny. Kind of weird as well how she's just there. You know, she's just there. There we go. Okay, so I managed to make it. She's not even looking at Link. She's just looking. Yeah, 7 years as well, by the way. She's waited 7 years for us, by the way. Yep. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's something. I mean, this doesn't save time or anything, this is just funny a little bit to do, because it's like, you know, it's just a little, because you're usually supposed to be a normal entrance, if you will. I mean, you could start, like, you could take the iron boots off and then try and get past it that way, but she still tortures you, even if you're trying to, you know, even if you're gasping for air or whatever, but yeah, there she goes, and she just completely disappears for some reason. So yeah, let's kiss after her then. Oh, you can't see up, okay, that sucks. Oh well. Now, another thing to point out for this dungeon is like it's obviously difficult in the sense that there's a lot of rooms to deal with, and there's a very easy strat for it that you can use in other dungeons too. So I don't know if it has any sort of name. Like, I wouldn't call it the Water Temple strat or the Self Curse strat. Or anything like that, because this does work in Self-Cut as well in Generation 1 of Pokemon. But basically the idea is just be systematic about it. You know, do everything systematically, if you will. So, like, when it comes to doing stuff like, oh, you need to raise the water again or whatever, you know, make sure you've checked all the rooms first, and then raise the water. Yeah, and make sure you check thoroughly as well, because there are some bits that I guess you can miss. Like, not this, but that cracked wall a moment ago. There is that as well, so there is that to worry about as well, if you will. Now this room, by the way, you can do it with dense fire or the fairy bow. Either works, but I'm pretty sure these pots, yeah, they give you arrows. So I'm pretty sure both of them give arrows. I'll check the other one in a minute. But yeah, I mean either. Okay. Well, okay, that was actually pretty easy. But yeah, this room, you got to do this room as well. This one's required, I think, because it's got a small key in it. Wow, they drop a lot of arrows. That's 10. 10 per. But yeah, that's 10 per right there. This one, I think, like I said, I think it gives arrows as well. Yep. And this one doesn't repeat because you already saw the contents of it. It's already set to one-time use kind of thing. But yeah, you want to make sure you check every single room thoroughly before you go back up, or before you move the water back up. Just because you don't want to accidentally miss something and you have to reset the water all over again and this and that. You know, you just got to be systematic about it. That's just it. Just be systematic. You know. No, it's not a water temple. I mean, it is a water temple strategy, but it's not. I wouldn't call it the water temple strategy or the South Coast strategy. I'll just call it, you know, the be systematic, you know, kind of thing. Just take it all in strides, if you will. Just take your time. That kind of thing. And I think this just leads to a sculpture now I think about it. Which I'll check. I'll make sure to check anyway, just to be sure. Okay, good. Spin attack worked. Actually, do you need a spin attack for that? I don't know, to be honest. Alright. That gives arrows. Okay, cool. I'm not going to get that. It gets bombs. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. I managed to get them without getting sculpture token. I've never actually left a sculpture token. Or I might have. I might have left one hanging before, but I've never. But I don't remember what happened because of it. So obviously, so I guess we can experiment then. Although I'll probably forget that I left that one hanging. But hey, it's if we remember, we'll see it eventually. Because I will be getting the sculptures again anyway at some point. So yeah, there is that. Alright, next room. But yeah, obviously like I said, you want to be as systematic as possible with this. You don't want to just, like, don't use any of your small keys. You know, don't make progress that will cost you progress, if you will, if that makes sense. Like, obviously I just got a small key, so I could use that on that small key door if I wanted to, but that's going to cost me progress. So instead, I'm just going to not do it yet and focus on other stuff that I need to focus on, like whatever's in here, because this is a lot more important to check. Well, not a lot more important to check, it just makes things easier because it limits your areas, you know, it keeps your areas limited, if you will. So yeah, you want to do that. Alright. I know this room is pretty important to check out, so let's do so. Or like, it's important enough to check out now. I know there's a small key in here that I want to check out, but so hopefully, I don't think I've ever tackled this room later on, because I know you come back here later on in the dungeon. So that's I guess that could be something I look into one day. But right now, it's not of interest. Now, you can actually hit this diamond through here. Just gotta get a good angle on it. I don't know if that's an exploit or not, but it's good enough in my books, to be honest, to be considered proper, if you will. It means you don't have to worry about like messing about with going here, there, everywhere kind of thing when you're having to go through the water, if you will, surf through the water. You know, that kind of thing. Because you have to obviously kind of sort of speed run. No! Okay, wow. You sort of have to speed run that room a little bit if you want to get through it, if you will. Alright. Now, I usually use the a bomb there, but I'm gonna try this method instead, and hopefully manage. But yeah, okay, cool, nice. All right, yeah, I did take a bit more damage in there, but that's fine. No, oh, dang it. Now, this room randomly rotates. I don't even know why. I've never really checked this room. It's really weird. Like, why does it rotate at all? Like, why does it rotate at all? There's no spinny thing in here or anything. Yeah, that's the upper part, by the way. It's one of the part we're gonna see later. It might not even be in this part because this dungeon might take long enough. All right. So, what else is there I can mention? I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I need the iron boots anyway for this one, because this one has the awkward water doesn't go up all the way to the top. For some reason. So I guess it kind of adds a bit to it, if you will. It makes it a little nicer, if you will, because you've got to think a bit more, if you will. Alright. I'm pretty sure this room coming up is not accessible to us right now. So let me have a look. Yep, not accessible to us at the moment. So we can just move on, so we don't have to worry about it. Alright. Why they couldn't have just a random doorway going in, I don't know. Alright, and then obviously obviously we've done a full 360, so we can just go in there, but, well, we can't, because that's just where we came from, but... So let's go through here we go then. So this is where we move up the water again. This is the next water up a bit. This is obviously, it's also another point where people kind of get tripped up, if you will, which I can totally see being the case. This registering me, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's weird. But yeah, I can totally see it being something that trips people up, you know. I kind of wish it didn't add the little thing, because you can still see in there, kind of. You just don't get much of a moment in there, but you can still see it open up like that. So that's something at least. But they did change like the 3DS version to, you know, put emphasis on that a little bit, which I feel kind of takes away from it a little bit. Like pointing out where the water things are, I think that's actually a nice touch. I do like that bit, but not focusing on stuff like this, you know. I think the same thing happened. Yeah, the same thing kind of happens in the forest temple as well. And to be honest, I can't remember if you get the compass before or after you need that small key in the first room. But if you get the compass, if you don't get the compass, then fair enough. But if you don't get the compass, then, you know, before that room, then fair enough. Because obviously people don't have a way to figure out that location, if you will. They don't have a way to figure out that location without just exploring, if you will. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but you know, I guess it is what it is. Alright, that's funny as well. We spend one small key, we get another small key. That's that's kind of funny. But what's interesting as well is that what are these enemies doing here? Yeah, I guess the dungeon is cursed by Gandalf or something, or Morpha to some degree. So is that like, you know, it's like, I'm just thinking, like, why are they here and why are they tied to that doorway? Well, not doorway, the thing we've just gone through, the grating kind of thing. It's a little odd. It's also a little odd that I keep changing the tunic and whatnot when I don't mean to. Yeah, that's another thing, I guess. How about you? Another thing, by the way, I haven't taken on this temple on with... I've got a bit of a cough at the moment, sorry guys. Another thing to point out with this as well is that I haven't actually taken on this dungeon without the water tunic before. I've never done that before. I might have tested it out before, but I never really got too far. And then in terms of, I mean, I've done the fire temple before. I mentioned last time I've done the fire temple, so that's something to look forward to. But I've not done the water temple before, and I need to get on that at some point. And yep, you can just open the chest like that. In fact, I'm a little lifted as well thanks to the water spout thing. Oh, never mind, I went back down again. But yeah, you can actually just get it like that. But the intended idea is obviously, you know, you have to come here, stand here, you know, hit the switch with the hook shot or bomb or whatever, and then this is on a very short timer, so you obviously have to be quick about it. But otherwise, yeah, that's the idea. But you can just roll into the chest and you still get it. I don't think that works in the 3DS version, unfortunately, but yeah, that's not a big deal, to be fair. Ugh, that came out of nowhere. Alright, good, they're not coming for me. Alright, so yeah, don't forget this one, we need to go through this one as well. The green tunic, I mean, not the smoke. Can I keep swapping, man? But yeah, I definitely want to check out, I definitely want to try out doing, you know, the water temple without the sword tunic at some point. And that's definitely something I'm going to do, so... maybe I'll do a video on that in the future of me experimenting with that. I won't do the fire temple because I've already done it. You know, there's no point in me doing the fire temple. Because I've already got a video on that. I just need to do it into a Let's Play movie as well as the other idea, which is a short. But I don't know if I'm going to call it a short. I don't know if I want to call it a short or a cut down version or what. But that's the general idea, if you will. If you will, it's yeah, it's. I do want to do a video on it at some point. I used to test it out. Also, now that we've got the compass as well, things are going to be much easier to check. Yeah, because it's so much easier to now, you know, look through, if you will. Because, well, we can tell which direction we're facing now as well. This way, I don't think this way requires a second small key. In fact, can we get Pierre here? I mean, I know we can get Pierre here, but can we get him from down here? Probably not. But it's worth a try. Nope. Alright, well, I could... you know what, actually, I'll do this. I'll show this off. So, now there is an exploit to doing this dungeon without the fairy bow, and this is how you do it. Well, this is the setup for it anyway. So I can get the angle right. Let me just... and don't Okay, you have to slash like that, but you have to not hit the wall and bounce off. You have to. Oh wow, I've not seen that in ages. That little glitch right there. But yeah, you have to line up just correctly, and then cough, and then what you have to do is you basically have to line up so you can actually do a jump attack. You know, do a jump attack, and then that way you get up to the upper levels without much setup. Otherwise, because otherwise you can't get up here without save quitting. There we go. That's how you do it. So you do that, and I'm not going to do it here because I do want to play this properly, if you will. Not properly, but I do want to. I do want to get through this properly, if you will. But I will show it off another time, maybe in an SAP run. But for now, I'm not going to do it because there is ASP exploit runs where you can pick exploits and you can use them throughout the ASP run. But for now, that's neither here nor there. For now, I will show it off. I guess that's another thing I'll do. I'll do 2 videos on the water temple. You know, one showing that glitch off, if you will, and one showing off. And one showing off that taking on the water temple with the sword in it. So that's 2 videos to look forward to, I guess, that I'll do at some point. And he didn't spawn. What the hell? That's weird. Maybe because it registered me having to play for the thing instead. Alright, let's see if this spawn. This should spawn him because I've got it now, so here we go. Okay, there you go, there's Pierre, and now you can get up here with no glitches or anything. That's the wrong song. There we go, that's the right song. Well, I was playing the Minuet of Forest Scarecrow song so many times I kind of lost track of which song I had to play. But hey, we managed it in the end. Alright, so yeah, we've got Pierre here now, so we don't need to worry now. We don't need to go through that room again if we don't want to. We just need to make sure we get up here again, that's the thing, and then we can hookshot onto him. But for now, we are here. Okay, never mind then. Alright. Now I'm gonna get through this room, and this room is another small key door at the other side, but that's fine. And yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well for myself today. I think I'm doing pretty well. Okay, good, made it. Alright, in here, I'll write this room, yeah, duh. Alright, now, in this room, there is a few cool little bits. I'll say cool few little bits. Instead, there's one cool little bit where you can, I think you can do this. Okay, never mind, you can't do that. I'm pretty sure you can get past that guy, but without having to lower the water down again. Let me have a look. If you can or not. If I can't figure it out now, then I'll just figure it out next time, because, well, I've got 2 more water temple videos coming up to do, so I can do it then. Maybe it's like this. Maybe I'll take it more head on. Alright, I'm going to save state here just so I don't have to spend too long in here. Just because I know it's going to get tedious if I keep doing it. Especially if I just randomly fall into the water. But yeah, I think you've got to get like onto the very edge of it. So yeah, just gotta line it up. Okay, there we go, that's how you do it. That's a little speedrun tactic feed there as well. Means you don't have to press the switch so many times. Alright. Dang it. Yeah, I was hoping to get up there really quickly, but I guess not. I think you can do a ground jump though and get up here quicker, but I'm not sure. But for now, we are in the next out. We have light here, which you can hookshot onto, like I just showed, and wow, they actually give us magic power. What would you expect us to use dense fire here? Alright, now, this room, I'm going to end this part with this room, but I'm going to hopefully not have to resort to using dense fire too much. That's weird, I'll try to show my shadow a second ago. Oh well. Yeah, he's not spawning just yet. Even when Link turns around, he still doesn't spawn. There he is. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I remembered another trick. It's using Deku Nuts. There we go. Now, the cool thing about Dark Link is his health is determined by your health, by your maximum health. So, for example, I have 3 hearts of health at the moment. Well, I have 3 hearts of life at the moment, I should say. Meaning that he has 3 hearts of health as well. The only difference is that I start off with 2 3/4, meaning that I'm at a disadvantage because I started with less health than the maximum I could possibly start with. That's assuming I don't use any of my health items. But obviously, at the same time, I don't know. Okay, now he's getting me. What? Where am I? Am I stuck in the corner? What? Okay, I'm nearly dead. Good thing I bought some milk with me, some rotten milk with me, right? Alright, try this Dark Link. What's going on? Alright, I'm actually not getting them because I've not done this for ages. So I haven't done this for ages. Okay, there we go. Well, that's fine. Because I've got 2 fairies with me, I was actually smart with this time around. Alright. I know the Megaton Hammer works as well, but we don't have that. I know the Big Orange Sword works, but I don't have that. I know Dense Fire works, but I'm trying not to use that. So Dense Fire is really the only thing we have left. Or just fighting it normally. So... Alright, so he's getting me again. I guess I'm healing again then. Alright. Alright, again. I didn't mean to jump attack, man. What are you about? I didn't even get him on screen, man. Alright, let's try Dense Fire then. That should work. Yeah. Oh, I had to be cheap at the end, but I guess all the way through, but it is what it is. I still lift you up. Nah, it was just doing it while. In fact, you know what? I'm ending the part here anyway, so I can use Flurry's Wind. Alright, so let's get our reward then, shall we? Before I do that, let me just get my ocarina out and Hookshot out. Alright. You know what? Let's send out the Hookshot proper. I know I just used it just to get on the chest I could get to anyway, but hey, let's end off with it properly. Yep, you found a Longshot. It's twice as far. I love how he just explains, oh, it's twice as far and that's it. So yeah, with the Hookshot I had to tell you it twice. So, but yeah, that's it for today. So, yeah, well, let me set up for his wind first, and then that way I can guarantee that I can get back here easy. Now this obviously isn't a trick that I can teach you like in the Forest Temple. This is just me saving my place, if you will. So that way I can come back to this tomorrow, or not tomorrow, I can just come back to this next part easily without having to worry about it. So, for his wind, very good for times like this, especially for healing myself, as I'm sure you're well aware. But yeah, and it also looks like I needed that small key after all from... Or maybe not, actually. Maybe I can get away with not using it, but that's a story for another day, though. So, you know... but yeah, okay, so long rambling's over. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have a really minky day.